Okay, so I would like to show you another example here of a job order. This one's quite different. And the reason I want to show it to you is for a CNC setup operator, which is a machinist, is that there is a lot of HR speak in here. You have a lot of information here, but a lot of it's really not that important to the manager. This was written by someone else. He's telling you about what the job is, what it does, but what's important to him is something else. Responsible for the efficient operation of one or more assigned multi-axis CNC machines. When I started talking to machinists, I found out that this is actually important right here. And if you were a machinist, you would know that. The key here meaning multi-axis. There's more than one type of machinist out there. And again, if you were a machinist, you would know that responsible for machining of appropriate jobs in the order needed to meet production schedules. Well, that's HR speak. Of course, that's what you're doing. That's what your job is. And responsible for meeting standard production times. But here's what he's doing. He is setting this up, and he gives you a little clue here. It's even for medical device components. And that's a piece of information that we want right there. And then they perform some follow-up operations. So here again, this is something that he's doing that's kind of verifiable. It's not very subjective, is the way to put it. Performs and documents in process QA inspections. I like that statement too. Consistently maintain a clean. No. Other duties as assigned. Well, no, that's not that important to me. So experience and skills required. Ability to read, ability to perform basic arithmetic, understand basic CNC machine tool. There we go. Something about the machine. Something verifiable that we can say, hey, here's years of experience in this, or demonstrated expertise. Skilled in conventional measuring tools and techniques. That is something that if you did this job, you would know that comes with it. Everybody has to do that. Working knowledge of all this, ability to meet deadlines, of course. Safety orientation, yes. Standing and walking 90% of the time. These are not things that we can address or want to address in a professional summary. Familiarity with and interest in dual spindle Swiss style manufacturing is desirable, and there's that word desirable. So typically we want to address this. Down here it says minimum 5 years experience, so that's important to us. And frankly, the rest of this again, is some HR speak. Nothing that we can address in the professional summary. These might be items that we want to address. Excuse me, we do need that. There might be some items in here that we want to address in the bulk of the resume. But as far as selling, in a glance, we have to pick and choose some of the things that are going to be important to the manager. So, here this is again down here. I've copied them off a little bit. And here's my start on a professional summary template. So, number of years experience overall, number of years in the industry experience, which we picked up here, medical device. The medical device components right there. And experience, years experience as a CNC machinist. And frankly, what this is going to look like when I talk to somebody is I'm going to go down this right here and ask people these questions. Now, we already know that we need 5, and I've got that question there. And does he have an understanding of this right here? How many years experience have you done that, or do you have expertise in that? Have you set up and operated a variety of CNC equipment, and have you done this in a high precision fashion for medical device components? And of course you would be using drawings and specifications. So have you used a dual Swiss style manufacturing? Have you done that? And have you operated one or more assigned multi-access CNC machines? Now, as it turns out, I didn't know this, but you would if you were a machinist. Swiss style machines are multi-axis. So since we're seeing this here twice, I'm figuring that's important also. So let me show you a candidate here. Here's his original resume. And you can see here that he did get that piece right up there at the top. That's good. He's got his own summary. And then down here, the first thing you see is this right here, which gives you a clue, but you kind of have to look for the CNC machinist part right there. And then the formatting has kind of screwed this up. So, and the education's at the bottom. Let me show you just quickly the end result here. So I have created an agency summary so I could use his professional summary and just leave it there. Again, that's something that I do for clients. I like to leave that in there so that they can see what a candidate has to say for themselves. If this was just yours, I would take this, put it up here, and use this format right here. So I have put agency summary, a CNC machinist setup operator. So the guy knows immediately that's what we're looking for. He's got 10 years experience overall and 10 years doing just what I want. Great. 7 years with multi-access Axis machines and 5 years with Swiss machines. And then an ability to code in G and M code. And then right down here, he can jump down here and see that there's his experience, and he actually has it with 7 Axis machines down here. And he was a lead for multi-access, and this was a 4-access department, and a little bit about some of his responsibilities there. So, as it happened, this did get Thomas's an interview, at least on the phone, and that's all we were looking for. So, that's all for this chapter, and I'll show you more on next.